Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about a recent controversy that has erupted between ANI, which is a news channel, and Mohak Mangal, who is a well-known YouTube creator. So basically, this entire issue relates to the copyright infringement case, where parties have filed what you can call as a petition and counter petition in the Delhi High Court as such. So in most interesting, we try to understand the entire copyright case or copyright infringement case. The term fair dealing has been used by Mohak Mangal to defend himself. So let us try to understand what is fair dealing in the copyright law and to what extent both parties are guilty or not guilty. So first of all, to give you the context of this particular topic, news agency ANI last week accused a well-known YouTube creator Mohak Mangal of infringing upon its protected exclusive content in at least 10 of his videos as such. Now, ANI also has filed a separate case that when ANI has has reported this to YouTube, and YouTube then has responded by striking or putting a copyright strike and taking our videos on Mohak Mangal's channel, then Mohak Mangal has made a disparaging video against ANI, which amounts to defamation of the news channel as such. So a separate case before Delhi High Court has also been filed, and now the cases relates to two different aspects. One is the copyright or trademark infringement, and second is disparagement and defamation case as such. Now, what constitutes copyright infringement and what does not? This is a legal gray area, and that is why in the early cases also, whenever such cases come before in the judiciary, we have seen judiciary or the court not giving a directive or what you can call as verdict that applies universally, but it takes matter and discusses them on case to case basis as such. So as an outcome of this particular case, we can also expect that maybe Delhi High Court will come up with certain verdict which can play a very significant role for the future of YouTube content creators and to what extent they can use the content from any other channels, whether it is news channel or any other channels as such. So what basically happened? Now, last month, ANI submitted multiple copyright strike claim and removal request. Also in the YouTube lingo, it is referred as a takedown request. Now, if on a YouTube platform there are two channels and one channel feels that the other channel has used some of its content to increase its viewership, to ramp up its what you can call as popularity and all, then they can put this notice to YouTube, and then YouTube will investigate the matter and will put copyright strike and will remove that particular video from the channel of content creator as such. So Mangal, because he has used as per ANI the copyright protected content unauthorizedly means that that he has not taken permission from ANI before using the video. That is what we mean by unauthorized use as such. So YouTube's copyright infringement mechanism clearly state that platform will issue copyright strike and video will be removed. Now also, YouTube is very strict as far as copyright strikes are concerned. If there are 3 continuous copyright strikes that is made on your channel, after that even your channel can be blocked unless and until the matter is resolved and you appeal to YouTube as such. So there is a risk or a growing risk of channel also being blocked if such situation repeats in the future as such. Now, how Mangal has defended his position? So first of all, he has submitted a counter notifications, which are again a appeal largely you make before YouTube against YouTube's decision of putting copyright strike or removing video from your channel as such. Now, he has said that the use of ANI content that he made without taking permission from ANI in some of his videos are under the framework of reporting current events and review or criticism as such. And there comes Indian copyright law we'll discuss about, where there is a term fair use mentioned, and under the term of fair use, if small part of video or excerpts of the video is being made to report current affairs or review and criticism, then that is permissible as such. Now, he also has cited that use was qualified as a fair dealing, fair use under the Indian copyright law. Now, when we talk about the Indian copyright law or Indian Copyright Act, it was brought up in year 1957 and since then it has been amended several times. But as far as the concept of fair dealing is concerned, it clearly states that certain type of work, whether it is for example, dramatic work, musical work, or artistic work may not be considered as infringement of copyright if used for certain purposes. Now, what are these purposes? For private use. For example, if you are viewing a particular video or using musical or artistic work for your own private use, then it not will be violative of the Copyright Act. Second, if the work is being used for research purposes, if it is being used for the criticism or review purposes, or even for reporting of current affairs and event as such. And this is what Mohak Mangal has stated in his defense, that his work is largely focused upon two areas. One is reporting of current affairs and event, and second is related to criticism or review of certain issues as such. So also we have to understand, though there is a mention of fair dealing and fair use in copyright law, it does not have any definite strat-jacketed definition, and that is why it becomes difficult for the judiciary also to give a particular what you can call as a fixed verdict or a particular kind of verdict in this matter. Now, thus, in the past also, whenever such matters have brought against judiciary, they have interpreted the cases or interpreted their the entire issue on a case-to-case basis, where they have ensured that there is a balance of convenience on one side and the impact felt on the other side, including the financial and economic impact on the copyright owner. For example, in this particular case, we talk about ANI. When they filed a petition in Delhi High Court, they have clearly stated that because of use of the copyright video by Mohak Mangal, a large amount of traffic was diverted from their new channel, and that has led to a severe decline in the revenue of the new channel. Such that means what ANI is trying to portray is that they have suffered a huge financial and economic losses due to infringement of copyright as such. Mohak Mangal is defending his use of ANI's video on the basis of balance of convenience, where to ensure convenience, fair law or fair dealing applies as such. Now, in the previous cases also, in the year 2022, a similar case was reported between TV Today Network and News Laundry, where TV Today Network has allegedly put a claim of copyright infringement and saved defamation suit against News Laundry. In this case, again, matter was referred to Delhi High Court, and in the verdict that Delhi High Court gave in June 2022, it refused any interim injunction against alleged infringing material. That means Delhi High Court say that would not ask News Laundry to remove the material that has allegedly used from the TV Today. Reason given by Delhi High Court was simple, that already the material was in circulation on their channel for several years, and thus it will not have any huge significant impact, whether it is economic impact or financial impact, on TV Today as of now or as of then. The court ruled TV Today would not face irreparable injury or harm in the absence of an injunction, because obviously the video has been circulating for quite a few years, and that balance of convenience, as I told you, the principle that is largely used by judiciary to come up with a verdict, largely is tilted in the favor of News Laundry. Now, here very interesting principle is used by judiciary, that is called as de minimis principle, and as per the de minimis, this is also the principle that Mohak Mangal has put in his defense, where he said there is no need for such cases to be heard by court, because the principle states that minor or trivial matters should be exempted from any detailed legal scrutiny as such. Not only that, it also states that the principle can be used to assess infringement in much more easier and less time consuming manner compared to, say, in terms of determining of fair use as such. Now, in the case of Indian judicial system, we have to understand that if you look at the previous cases, earlier cases, and look at the type of precedent that the court have set, it seems that there are 5 factors that court considers whenever they are investigating any matter under the de minimis principle. First is, what is the size and type of the harm that has been committed, for example, in this case, by use of copyright material by Mohak Mangal as such. Second, what is the cost of adjudication if the case progresses and goes on. Third, what is the purpose of the violated legal obligation. And fourth, the effect on the legal rights of third party. Now, this is very interesting, because court in this matter can also investigate and look at the effect that it will have on the subscriber of channel, whether it is Mohak Mangal's channel or whether it is the ANI channel, what kind of impact it will have on them based on the verdict given. And last, the intent of the wrongdoer. For example, ANI currently has said that is Mohak Mangal who is the wrongdoer. So basically, court will also examine that whether his intent was to cause such harm to the ANI news channel, or whether his intent was simply to give information, provide information to the channel's subscriber in a fair way. So all these 5 principles are the one on which investigation will be made, and based on that finally the judgment will be given. Now, as far as the current situation is concerned, what has happened in the court hearing so far? So obviously the final verdict has not come yet, but we have to understand that ANI accused YouTuber of not only infringing the copyright but also disparaging remark and defamation suit has been filed, as I told you before. So basically, as of now, Delhi High Court has stayed away from any decision or verdict on the copyright and trademark infringement, that whether Mohak Mangal should be held guilty of using copyright material of ANI or not. But court has directed Mohak Mangal on the aspect of disparagement or defamation. It has clearly asked Mohak Mangal to remove the disparaging remarks that he made in the video, specifically that video which came after ANI put a copyright strike on Mohak Mangal's channel, such where Mangal has stated that what you can call as this ANI news channel is basically using its leverage and resources to what you can call as gain money or obtain illegal money from Mohak Mangal. So that is the case here. So anyway, court has directed him to remove such kind of disparaging remark. YouTube has taken down Mangal's videos under California's Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMCA, and not the Indian law. This is also very important things that we have to keep in mind, because YouTube, as we know, is largely an American company, so they largely follow the American law as such. So we have to wait and watch and see how this entire case unfolds, because the final verdict will also have significant impact for the future creator, what you can call as for future content that is created by the creators on the YouTube platform as such. So that is all about this video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more such content. Thank you very much.